All right, you guys, today we're starting page 2 of our dot plot notes, and I'm going to show you how to find mean, median, mode, and range, okay? The first thing I want you to do is I want you to go through and I want you to fix this. This right here is supposed to say median. So go ahead and cross that word out and write median. And this right here is supposed to be mean. And we're just going to go through part 1, which is the median. Okay, so I'm going to give you a dot plot, and I want you to draw it for me. I know there's already one down a little bit further on your paper. Say you've been given a dot plot, and say it starts with number 9, and we go to 10, 11, 12. Okay, and if you have some dots, so say you have 1 on 9 and 3 on 10 and 2 on 11 and 2 on 12. Well, the first thing, in order to find the median, I want you to write down the definition. Median always means middle number. So it's the middle number. And if you're lazy like me and don't want to write out the word number, you can just put the number sign that looks like a hashtag, okay? It's the middle number. Now you can do it a couple of ways. You can start marking them out one by one. You can say, okay, I have one number here and one number here. I have one number here and one number here. That's one way to do it, but that can get a little tricky, especially when you have a lot of dots. So the fastest way for you to do it is, the first thing you want to do is you want to order the data. So let's do that. Let's order the data. And we always order it from least to greatest. Okay, from least to greatest. Don't forget you're writing all of this down on your paper. So let's order it. The first one I have is I have 1 9. So I have 1 9. I'm good to go. And then I have 3 10s. 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to write out 3 10s. After that, I have 2 11s. 2 11s. And lastly, I have 2 12s. So now I have all the data written from least to greatest. Now let's look at the second step. The second step says find the middle number, right? Find the middle number. So that is what we are going to do. We're going to find it. And I'll tell you what to do if there are 2 middle numbers. So let's go ahead and find the middle number. Watch this. I want you to watch, and then you can pause and write along with me. So I'm going to cross out a 9 here and a 12 here. Then I'm going to go to the next set of numbers. I'm going to cross out a 10 here and a 12 here. Then I'm going to go to the next set of numbers. I'm going to cross out a 10 here and 11 here. I can do one last, 10 and 11. But I'm not left with any numbers. So let's go ahead and not cross out the last 2. If you notice here, it says if there are 2 middle numbers, add them up and divide by 2. So I'm going to add these 2 numbers up. I'm going to add 10 plus 11. And I'm going to get 21. Now it says divide them in 2 or cut it in half. So if you want to practice your math, you can divide 2 into 21, which goes 10 times, with a remainder of 1. Therefore, I have to add a decimal and a 0. Put the decimal here and then divide 2 into 10, which gives you 5. You're probably like, Miss Hernandez, I don't want to do all that work. Okay. If you don't want to do that, I want you to open up your calculator on your Google Chromebook, and I want you to type in 10 plus 11. Then I want you to hit equals. You'll end up with 21. then I want you to type in 21 divided by 2 equals, and you'll end up with the same answer, 10.5. So in this case, my middle number is 10.5. That is my median, my middle number. Okay, let's do one more example in that box. And if you don't have enough room, you could do it on the side if you want. But we're going to do one more example just so that you get a feel for these things. This time I'm going to do just a set of numbers without the dot plot. So pretend that we had some numbers here. I gave you some numbers. Pretend we had a set of data, maybe the amount of siblings that somebody has. Let's say 15. Say a couple of people have 15, right? So the first thing I do is I order from least to greatest, just like it says up here, which they're already in that order, so cool. All right, now let's find the middle number. Let's cross out as normal. I have a 5 here and a 15 here. I have a 5 here and a 15 here. I have a 6 here and a 10 here. Very cool. I did not have two numbers, so therefore my median is simply 9. The only time you have to divide by 2 is if you have two numbers like here. Otherwise, you simply find your middle number. Your median is simply your middle number.